Aria did not say anything for a long time after Brisket stopped speaking. She sat on the arm of Marcus's chair with her hand still in his and her other wrapped around her own elbow. Then she stood up, let go of Marcus's hand, walked to the door.
Aria.
She turned. Her face had no shock on it. Her face had a plan.
My father cut me off 3 days ago. Damien Voss called me last night through my mother's number, the only number I still answer, and told me his offer of engagement is still open until Friday. No questions about where you've been, darling. I told my mother I would think about it. I lied. I had already decided. I am going to walk into his apartment tomorrow morning, kiss him in the foyer, and tell him I'm ready to come home.
Aria.
I am going to spend 2 weeks in his bed, in his houses, in his family safe. He keeps something in Marseille, in his great-grandfather's restaurant. I am going to find it. I am going to bring it back.
Aria, no!
Marcus. He is trying to kill the cat. The cat has weeks. I have a husband-to-be who trusts me, and a father who has stopped speaking to me. I am the only person in this room who can move freely in Damien's life. I am going.
She looked at the cat.
Auguste, adieu pour 2 semaines.
The cat, in French, very quietly.
Va, ma fille, et reviens.
She walked out. The door closed quietly behind her. She did not slam it. She did not cry in the hallway. Marcus listened and could hear her elevator come and her elevator go. He went out to the balcony. She was already in a black town car downstairs. She did not look up. In the apartment behind him, Brisket said softly,
Imbecile. Close the door. We have work to do too.
3 days later, Marcus opened the truck window at 5 and cooked dinner service with the precision of a man performing surgery on his own chest. Technique perfect, timing perfect, plating perfect, food dead. He could feel it as he plated each dish, the unmistakable absence of the thing his grandmother had been trying to teach him since he was 4. Cooking when you are hollow does not produce hollow food. It produces food shaped like a hole. Brisket sat on the dashboard with his eyes half closed. He was too tired to coach. He just watched. Pilar took the orders. Henry sat on a milk crate behind the truck because he had decided to be present. Aria's seat on the prep stool was empty. Marcus plated 47 bowls. The line moved through quietly. At 7:33, an older woman in a black wool coat, a sunset regular, and a Oaxacan woman named Esperanza, who had come every Tuesday for 6 weeks, pushed her half-eaten bowl back through the window.
Mijo, ¿qué te pasa esta noche?
Marcus did not have an answer.
This is not your food tonight. Your food is alive. Tonight, no.
She patted his hand once across the ledge. She walked away. Marcus stood behind the window a long moment. In his head, warm chapel acoustic, 22 years old. His grandmother said,
Mijo, food remembers.
Brisket, on the dashboard, opened his eyes.
Yes, now you are starting to hear it.
He coughed. 2 more spots of blood landed beside the older spots on the dashboard. It was no longer occasional. Marcus set down the ladle.
Brisket, I have to get her out of there.
No, you have to do something harder. You have to let her work. And while she works, you have to learn what your grandmother said to you when you were 4. Cook with hope, people. Never with hate. Until you do that yourself. I cannot teach you anything else.
Marcus did not get the chance to transform. At 11:47 p.m., the next night, a leaked outtake appeared on 3 major food influencer accounts simultaneously, with the same cleanly edited caption. Aria Sterling discovers the truth. $48 ramen is a scam. The footage was Aria's original, raw live stream. Damien's PR team had cut it differently, removed the 4-second silence, removed her face breaking, replaced her whispered, "What the?" with a clean voiceover recorded by an impersonator. Honestly, this is the most overpriced bowl of nothing I have ever tasted in my life. Spliced in, footage of Aria the next morning leaving Marcus's apartment building, alone, looking devastated. Caption: "She tried to tell us, we didn't listen." By 2 a.m., 4 million views. By 3 a.m., Marcus's TikTok mentions had crossed 30,000 and turned vicious. By 6 a.m., the line outside Nana's wagon had not formed. Marcus sat in the driver's seat of the truck with his phone and read every comment in order, about being a fraud, about gentrification, about how 1,000 people wished his grandmother had not left him the truck. One comment, from an account he did not recognize: "Brisket the cat is the only thing about this scam that's real. Save the cat. Cancel the man." Marcus put his phone face down on the dashboard. Brisket, on the passenger seat, opened one yellow eye.
Hold, Brisket. What if it doesn't catch up? What if she doesn't come back?
The cat said quietly,
She is engaged to be photographed at the Polo Lounge tonight at 8 p.m. The photograph will be in page 6 by morning. You will see her in a dress you have never seen before, smiling like she has won something. Promise me you will not call her.
I won't call her.
Promise me you will keep cooking.
I promise.
Then start again, Marcus, with hope. Even if hope today is just, let her come back.
5 days later, Aria had still not called. Marcus had opened the truck every day for 5 days and served between 4 and 11 bowls per service. The hate had not subsided. The clip kept circulating. Damien's PR team kept the comment sections active. Brisket lay in his cat bed on the passenger seat and ate 3 bites of tuna a day. At 11 on the 5th morning, a man in a tan blazer with a Los Angeles County Department of Transportation badge tapped on the truck window with a pen. Marcus opened it.
Mr. Reeves, I am here to revoke your mobile vending permit for this corridor. New ordinance: no mobile food vendors within 400 feet of a registered fixed location restaurant on Sunset between Fountain and Sanborn.
Since when?
Ordinance passed yesterday by the Sunset Business Improvement District.
Who's on that board?
I'm not authorized to disclose.
Let me guess. Damien Voss is the chair.
The man's face did not move.
You have 48 hours to relocate.
He set a folded paper on the ledge, walked away. Marcus looked at the paper. He looked at the empty street where his line used to be. He looked at the orange cat on the passenger seat, breathing with his ribs flaring on every inhale. He folded the paper, put it in his pocket, picked up Brisket in the cat bed. He drove east. Brisket, in the passenger seat, opened both eyes for the first time in a day.
Marcus, where are we going?
I don't know.
The cat closed his eyes.
Good. Then you are about to find out.
In the passenger seat between them, on the cracked vinyl, Marcus's phone buzzed once with a text from a number he did not recognize, a French country code, +33. The text said only, "Bouillabaisse on Tuesdays. I'm in, A."
Marcus had been cooking for 90 minutes in Boyle Heights, and the salsa in front of him tasted unmistakably like a man who wanted to win an argument. It was not a good salsa. The chilies were over-toasted, the lard was scorched, the cumin had crashed into the garlic at the wrong second, and the two of them were now sitting on Marcus's tongue like a couple who had been forced to share a cab. Marcus tasted it 3 more times anyway, as if loyalty might fix it. Brisket on the passenger seat opened one yellow eye, closed it again, and said nothing. That was new. That was the 3rd time this week the cat had not said a word. The homeless ex-chef from the day before walked up to the truck around 4. Marcus had never asked his name. The man had never offered. He had a thermos in one hand. He set the thermos on the prep counter. "Coffee," he said. "Yours was bad yesterday." Marcus served him a bowl of the salsa with a tortilla. The man took one bite. He set the bowl down very gently, the way a man returns a borrowed book to the wrong shelf. He looked up. "Son, who hurt you today?" Marcus did not answer. "Your food is hurt," the man said. Don't serve hurt food to people in this neighborhood. We have enough already. Cook me something else, or don't cook me anything. But don't serve me your fight with whoever this is. He pushed the bowl back across the counter, stood up, picked up his thermos, walked away. Marcus, alone in the truck, looked down at the salsa, then at the cat. The cat looked back, steady, silent, waiting. And in Marcus's head, with no warning, his grandmother's voice arrived from 22 years ago in her Boyle Heights kitchen. The small one, the one with the chipped yellow tile. Mijo, food remembers. Cook with hope, not with hate. Marcus, on the truck floor, very quietly, sat down.
Marcus did not move from the floor of the truck for an hour after the homeless ex-chef had walked away. When he finally stood, he scraped the failed salsa into the trash and looked at the cat. Brisket was still silent. Marcus did not ask him a question. He instead opened his grandmother's recipe notebook to a page he had been avoiding for 2 months. Mama Lupita's Salsa Rojo, 1947, clay pot. His great-grandmother's recipe. The one his grandmother had told him, on her hospital bed, that he wasn't ready for yet. He drove to a mercado in Boyle Heights, bought a clay pot. Bought dried guajillos and anchos and the precise variety of yellow tomato Mama Lupita had used. Bought lard rendered by a woman his grandmother had known. The woman insisted on giving him 1 fresh epazote stem for free. He drove back to the truck. He toasted the chilies in the clay pot slowly, the way his grandmother had taught him at age 9. Not by the timer, by the smell, the way they shifted from green to a deeper, woodier brown. He did not think about Damien. He thought about Mama Lupita, whom he had never met, who had cooked this salsa for a family of 14 in a kitchen that had no door, on a stove that had been 3 bricks and a sheet of tin. He ground the chilies by hand, in a molcajete his grandmother had left him, with his hands open instead of clenched. The salsa smelled, when it was finished, the way his grandmother had smelled. Mr. Aguirre walked up to the truck around 5, sniffed the air, stopped walking. Hijo, that smell. Where did you learn that? Marcus handed him a bowl with a warm tortilla. Mr. Aguirre took 1 bite, chewed slowly, closed his eyes, swallowed. He did not cry, did not bow. He just nodded, small, certain, the way a grandfather nods when he is recognizing something his grandchild has done that nobody helped him do. Mijo, it's right. Marcus looked at the cat. Brisket was watching him. For the first time in many days, the cat smiled.